welcome to HITC Sport, and something has been brought to my attention. No, it's not the fact that I've triumphed in a Twitter poll, squashing Football Daily by over 60% of the votes. I mean, yeah, they have over a million subs, but I've won an online popularity contest against a bunch of dead-eyed 12-year-olds on the internet. I think Chris Hamill and the ginger one are probably sitting at home drying their tears with big bags of corporate Sky money. But anyway, no. What has been brought to my attention, lads, is that the internet is bullying Martin Braithwaite. And I have to say, leave him alone for the love of God. Don't get me wrong, this man is one of the most laughably pathetic centre-forwards on planet Earth. 9 goals in 40 bastard games for Middlesbrough in the Championship, and within a year is getting paraded at the Nou Camp. This is a pitch which has welcomed some of the best footballers that have ever breathed air. And here we have a guy stumbling around the pitch like a drunken donkey. Judging by this, it looks like controlling his feet is a task too much for him. In the past, these fans have flocked to the Nou Camp to watch the unveilings of Ronaldo, Ronaldinho and Neymar. Watching Braithwaite stagger around like a drunken dad, stumbling in from the pub, it's almost an insult to the very foundations of that stadium. It's like going to the hallowed Sistine Chapel and choosing to take a dump on the floor. But lads, are we really judging a man based on a 6-second clip online? Let's not forget, messing up your unveiling, it seems to be an annual tradition at Barcelona, almost like a rite of passage. Paulinho was a shock signing who eventually turned out to be half decent, and yet that man couldn't manage more than 3 keepy-ups. Ousmane Dembele as well, one of the hottest rated wingers in Europe, under the spotlight of the world's watching press, did this. Yeah, as far as first impressions go, it's a bit like going on a Tinder date and choosing to spit into her food before regaling her with an anecdote about that time you accidentally murdered your pet fish. And from what I've learned in the past, you probably shouldn't end the date by offering them chunks of your dead hair. But forget the keepy-ups, lads. Forget all that. That means absolutely nothing. I, for one, love the fact that Martin Braithwaite has bagged himself a move to Barca. Let's not mock the poor man for getting a dream move. It's not his fault. Let's just celebrate with him. Because if he, a 28-year-old striker who's only ever hit double digits in a season twice in his bastard life, can end up signing for one of the most prestigious clubs on the planet, then think what else is possible. This is good news for nobodies like me and you. Does this mean we'll soon have stray dogs running for mayor? Will my dead cat be given a Emmy? Will I somehow rant my way to 1 million subs? The fact that Braithwaite has fluked this move to Barcelona, I'm all for it. Now don't get me wrong, expecting to challenge for Champions League titles with signings like this, it's like preparing to ace your GCSEs by drinking a cup of morning bleach. The club motto, Masque un club, means more than a club. Well, clearly, because obviously the club are now serving as a part-time rescue shelter for lost and failed careers. It's like turning up to a job interview you're desperately unqualified for and somehow getting the gig. I think that should be celebrated, applauded. Braithwaite, I tip my non-existent cap. Can you imagine the reaction of his friends and family when he told them he was getting a move to Barcelona? That he'd be playing alongside Leo Messi? I'm sure they're not stupid. His mother probably knows he has the touch of a paralysed goat, but by God, they'll be happy for him. They'll be delighted. So what's happened? Barcelona, struck down with Luis Suarez and Ousmane Dembele out with long-term injuries, were desperate, spending the final few weeks of the winter transfer window linked with every striker on planet Earth. Even you walking tub of lard lining up your Sunday League team. Check the papers. Even you were probably linked with them as well. And so in the end, the club have taken advantage of a loophole which allowed them to poach Leganes for Braithwaite, activating his £15 million release clause. The reason for this was because of a La Liga ruling which allows clubs to sign new players outside the window if one of their players has been ruled out for more than 5 months, which Dembele has. It seems quite unfair on Leganes, who through no fault of their own are now minus a centre forward outside the window simply because Ousmane Dembele couldn't keep his limbs together. Why should they be punished because Barcelona couldn't keep their players fit? I mean, what sort of precedent does this set? We could get to mid-April and Zinedine Zidane could just decide he's now sick of Luka Modric, break his kneecaps with a crowbar in the shower before being allowed to go out and sign Saúl Ñíguez. It doesn't make sense. But I know, me of all people, I should hate Braithwaite with a burning passion in my soul. Just 3 months ago, this man smashed the goal past Darren Randolph to massively dent Ireland's Euro 2020 qualifications hopes. Of all the people on planet Earth, I should want Braithwaite's career to collapse in a heap and within 3 years to end up scrubbing dry the toilets in Burger King with his tongue. That'll teach him for daring to score against my country. But no, instead I'm pretty happy for the guy. I mean, the abuse, the ridicule this man has received online for merely living out a boyhood dream. I mean, what's he really done? Yeah, he might look like Chris Brown, but it's not like he smashed his girlfriend over the head with a microwave. All he's done is live out his wildest fantasy. For me, that would involve being chained to a bathtub and getting fed tomatoes by a drunken midget. I've said too much. This is a man who's gone from tweeting photos about his mustache, something that looks like a dead badger stuffed underneath his nose, to tweeting things like this.
Dreams do really come true.
Even if he did once say this.
Favorite club? Real Madrid. Biggest dream as a football player? To play for Real Madrid.
He seems to have more dream clubs than Robbie keen. But come on, lads, I think we can all forgive him. He said this back in 2012. He probably thought the world was going to end anyway.
I'm so proud and honored to be signing for this amazing club. I'm here to make a difference, give my all and fight with everything I have to achieve great things and help us win trophies.
Let's look at the angry responses from Fat Boro fans.
Isn't that what you said to Boro and Leganes? As soon as the season is over and Suarez is back, you'll be benched. Throw a tantrum and find another club.
Yeah, Braithwaite has just wrapped up a big money move to the biggest club on earth. Do you really think he cares about the opinion of a man who sneaks off to take selfies in the local pub toilet?
What a fraud you are. No way good enough for them.
Yeah, he's earning tens of thousands of pounds a week to play alongside Lionel Messi, but he won't care about that. Inside, he'll be eating away at him on a daily basis. He'll be losing sleep and coughing up blood at the mere thought that he doesn't have the approval of Big David King from Blackpool, a man who looks like he sweats when he eats.
Without you by my side, none of this would ever be possible. I love you.
Wow, what a lovely and wholesome message to his pregnant partner. I mean, I hope she's pregnant, or I've essentially just accused her of scoffing a whole bag of donuts. But who would try and ruin this lovely sentiment with a bit of mindless negativity?
Genuine bellend.
Imagine being described as a genuine bellend by someone who poses for a photo looking like a pornographic fish.
Can someone explain to me how Martin Braithwaite could end up playing for Barcelona? He's just a shit Gaston Ramirez.
Big words, big hard-hitting words from a man whose tagline says, love, chess, boro and booze. How does that work? Is this the type of man who spends his Friday nights stuffed into an ill-fitted Middlesbrough shirt, sculling tins of whiskey and shouting at his pawns? I'm sure Braithwaite is crying into his morning porridge.
Martin Braithwaite plays for Barcelona. He was loaned out by Tony Pulis because he was shit, and people try and tell me La Liga is better than the Prem.
If you're using this as a stick to beat La Liga with, well, Manchester United strengthened their push for Europe with the purchase of Odion Ighalo. Look, Middlesbrough fans, I know it must be tough. You support a team managed by Jonathan Woodgate, a man who looks like he has sawdust for brains. You're destined for League One, and let's be honest, breathing in air in that city is probably like inhaling the dust found underneath your couch. I've been to Middlesbrough, it constantly smells like a sweaty giant's armpit. But still, go easy on Mr. Braithwaite, it's not his fault. I think all of this sort of makes his first tweet look even more poignant.
Canal Plus France is the worst customer service that I've ever seen.
No, not that one.
You know you're on the right track when you look in the eye of your competitors and all you see is jealousy.
Yes, go on lad, prove the doubters wrong. Even on his debut at the weekend, when most people assumed he'd waddle about like a fat and hungover plumber. No, he actually played pretty well in his 20-minute cameo. It went perfectly. Barcelona beat Eibar 5-0, Messi scores 4, assisted 1 by Braithwaite himself, which means that Lionel Messi's career has actually been helped by this man's existence. Can any one of you people say that? After the game, Braithwaite said that he wouldn't wash the shirt after getting a hug off the world's best ever player. It's just so wholesome and nice. Look, do I think Braithwaite is going to set the world alight at the Camp Nou? No, I'm not borderline insane. Do I think his £300 million release clause is one of the biggest jokes on the planet? Yes, absolutely, putting that in his contract. Are Barca actually trying to pretend that they'd actually turn down a world record bid for a man who could barely tie his shoelaces, let alone score a goal in England? He's someone who actually made Patrick Bamford look good, and yeah, no, we're supposed to believe they'd turn down 200 million. Great. I have to say though, that when Tony Pulis flicks on the telly and sees both Serge Gnabry and Martin Braithwaite, 2 former flops he had relegated to the goddamn bench, lining up the Champions League, he's swiftly gonna realise just why he's still unemployed. And I know what you're thinking.
Oh, Irish guy, how can you celebrate the signing of Martin Braithwaite to Barcelona but mock Man United for pinching Odion Ighalo?
Because lads, last time I checked, Barcelona were top of La Liga. If you're winning your division, you can do whatever the you like. Sign the local drunk, give their tea lady a pair of boots, stick a pregnant cow up front. Barcelona have earned the right. Anyway, that's the end of it, lads. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think Martin Braithwaite is the biggest farce to ever walk the planet? And the fact he's been given a job opportunity at Barcelona is ridiculous. Or like me, do you think this is something that should be celebrated, not mocked? As it's a move so bizarre, it opens new avenues for anything to happen. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while. And now to play us out, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty. I mean, no, wrong shot. Here's the man of the hour, the king Barcelona don't deserve, Sir Martin Braithwaite tucking into a steak and kidney pie.
Oh my god, how the hell am I at Barcelona?